Hi guys, I was after a cheap cordless stick Hoover, so I saw this on eBay. It's an ILIFE H70. It wasn't very expensive, especially compared to like a Shark or a Dyson. So I ordered it, and let's see what's inside and let's see if it's any decent or not. So here's, I've just opened the box. Everything's still wrapped up. The user manual, the warranty card, and a little brush fell out, as in like a tiny little brush. I'm not sure what that's for. We'll go through this and we'll see what's what. Right, excuse me for the dirty carpet, that's what this vacuum's actually for. But so this is what comes in the box. So in the top you've got the stick for the vacuum cleaner. On the right you've got the vacuum cleaner body itself. On the left, I'd imagine that's the head you're probably going to use the most. It's got wheels on the back as well, but that's got like spinning scrubbing brush in it as well. I think that's a spare brush that goes inside that, but that is a lot. It seems like it's got a lot less bristles on it than the one inside there at the moment. There's a small cleaning brush just underneath that. Underneath that's the crevice tool to get into awkward places. On the far left is the user manual. On the right next to that is the battery. Underneath that is like an upholstery brush. I usually use that in my car because it's like a little thing, and then you slide down and brush onto it, which is handy. In the middle there is the charger. It's a 2-pin, but you can obviously convert that to UK or wherever you're from. I'm sure it's 110 to 240 volt. In the bag there is the bracket which you use it to attach it to the wall. I'm not taking out the bag just because I'm not sure if I'm going to attach it to the wall just yet. And on the right there is the warranty card. So we'll get this all assembled and test it out. This is a H70 Cordless stick vacuum cleaner. This is less hassle, deeper clean. 21 kPa ultrasonic suction. I don't know if that's 21,000 PA or 21 kPa. 1.2 extra large dustbin. I don't know if that's extra large or not. This is applicable to various areas: furniture, corner, carpet, and car. I mean, you can use it wherever you want, I suppose. There's nothing stopping you. I've got the battery installed on it. That's it there. And there's a little latch on the front here. You press that, it opens up. I'm sure that's like a Dyson, but let's see. On the side here is the trigger. That's how you turn it on. Press that, and that comes on. The LED goes on as well. On the top here, there is a light. Turn it off so you can hear me better. Actually, I assume that's a battery indicator. And this button here, you can press it for a high power and low power mode. I think there's only two, so if I turn it on and I'll press it, it should go higher or lower. So that's higher. That's back to normal. Higher. That's normal. So just from hoovering up there, it literally maybe 30 seconds, I got that much, which is quite a lot. I'm holding it up straight up like that with that attachment, and that's fairly heavy. I mean, I could do that, but I don't know if somebody could hold it like that for a while. Like even my arm's shaking doing that. So it is fairly heavy, but maybe with just the crevice tool it'll be a lot lighter. I'll just check it out. So I had to split it up because it wouldn't fit on my scales otherwise. So this head is motorised. It says it there. But I think that's adding a fair bit of weight. So the machine, the battery, and the pole, and the motorised head all weigh 2,230 grams or 2.23 kg. The motorised head it feels heavy when you've got it straight out, but once it's on the floor, it rests on these wheels, and obviously most of the weight's on the floor, so it's fine. I don't really imagine you using this head when it was like on a horizontal surface or vertical surface, sorry, or above your head or anything. I don't think you can use it on curtains or dado rails or anything like that. I would imagine you'd use something more like this or the crevice tool or something like that. So I don't think weight's a massive concern. I'm not really a fan of the handle though, the trigger one like that. I think it puts a lot of weight on your forearm, Some of the Sharks I've seen, I think they're better designed than that, but like I said, I'm not going to use it that often anyway, so it's not too bad. There's a smart little design thing here as well. So on the end here, you can see there's, at the bottom, there's like a little fin there, but on the end of the vacuum, it's obviously got the two pronged connectors for the motorized head to send electric down to that, and for the LEDs. So I thought, well, will this fit on without the extension? But it does. You just slide it on, and smartly that sticks in between the prongs. It just doesn't connect, and when you turn it on, it works just as normal. Pretty smart. This would be great for cleaning your car, because you can get into fairly small spaces. Obviously it's not as handy as having it connected to a hose, but I mean, if it can hoover your house and you can do your car with it, I mean, it's pretty good. It's got one of these as well, which is great. You can slide up the brush. It's great for doing your dash. And so what are the advantages of this ILIFE H70 vacuum cleaner? One of the advantages I really like is it's cheap. It was just over £100 on eBay, which is great for a cordless vacuum. You can't really complain about a price like that when you're looking at Sharks being £250 plus and Dyson's £300 plus with all the attachments and stuff, so they are quite expensive. The other thing I like about this as well is removable battery. That means that when this battery dies, because batteries die, they always do. Is this a lithium ion? Yeah, this is a lithium ion battery with 2500 milliamp hours. If this battery dies, I'm sure you'd be able to buy replacements, or I hope you'd be able to buy replacements. If you've got something like an older Dyson that had the batteries built into them, and that was a massive pain, and I really wasn't a fan of them. Another advantage as well is that you get the crevice tool, this, I think it's an upholstery brush, and the motorised head. The motorised head, I think, for carpets is great. I'm sure you could use it on hardwood floors as well, but I do think a motorised head really cleans floors a lot more efficiently than non-motorised heads, or anything without spinning brushes. Because the spinning brushes, obviously, it's like scrubbing the floor, isn't it? So I think it does give for a better clean. There's LEDs, lights on the front of this. Maybe if you're hoovering underneath your sofa or your coffee table, maybe that's handy. I think it's more of a gimmick than anything else. It comes with this extension pole as well. It says refresh your life. I mean, okay. You also get a warranty, which is nice as well. You get extra brushes, extra filters. So all these extra bits, you know, they are really nice to have. That brings us on to the disadvantages of the ILIFE H70. So I would say one of the disadvantages for the H70 is the power. I don't think it's nearly as powerful as a Dyson or a Shark. I've used a Dyson V10 or a V9 or something like that, and that was much more powerful than this, no doubt about it. But this was cheaper, but still, it isn't as powerful. It's done a fine job of cleaning this carpet, but maybe a Dyson would have done it better. Who knows? I can't really quantify that here. Second disadvantage is this doesn't really have any fancy technology on it, like the Dyson or the Shark. Like the Dyson have the soft rollers for hardwoods. I think the Sharks have this and the Dysons have this. They have the auto sensing dirt sensor, so the Hoover will go higher or lower depending on how much dirt you got. That's meant to save battery life and increase how clean things get. This doesn't have anything like that, so that is a disadvantage as well. But bearing in mind it is cheap. The last disadvantage as well is that it's bracket and charger. The charger doesn't really have much cable in it, which isn't a problem, and the bracket doesn't really look that great. So with something like a Dyson, you could pretty much have that in clear view on its dock, and it looks pretty nice. Everybody's got a Hoover, so why hide it, kind of thing. If you had this up on your wall, I don't think this would look as nice. It wouldn't look as stylish. And it does just look cheaper. I mean, the bracket is just a bit of plastic. At least the Dyson one is a bit nicer. But yeah, that's a disadvantage. But for the price, you really can't complain. And as a second Hoover, or even just something that you use for your car, or you know, something you use for just a couple of rooms, something like that, it's fantastic, and you really can't complain with the price. You do get a warranty with it as well. I've not tried to contact the manufacturer or anything like that, but I've had a few iLife products before, and when I've dealt with them, they've been okay. I've actually got a review coming on the Shinebot, which is mopping robot soon, so stay subscribed. Another disadvantage of the H70 is that it's not going to have a seal system. I don't have any testing, but I can pretty much guarantee at this price, especially for cordless, it's not going to be a seal system. It doesn't have a HEPA filter, so if you're weary about these sort of things, then I'd maybe stay away from this and get a more expensive one. But for the price, you can't really expect much more. Yeah, so that's everything for the H70. Apologies if this wasn't a great review, and apologies for the bad lighting in this room. But if you guys got any questions, I'll happily answer them in the comment section. Let me know. Cheers, bye. What is this brush for? What would this brush do? I don't think you use it to dust it and then suck it up with the Hoover, do you? No, I'm not sure what that's for, but if anybody knows what that's for, if you could let me know.